I have a feeling I'm gonna need some milk for this. Welcome back to Not Your Mama's Cooking Show, and today we are gonna make cookies because it's that time of the year when you need cookies on hand. We're gonna do two different types. We're gonna do a chocolate chip, and we're gonna do a peanut butter. Are you ready? Let's get started. All right, to start, we're gonna take our flour, our baking powder, our baking soda, and our salt, and we're gonna mix them all together in a bowl. Here, I'm going to take a whisk and I'm going to start mixing it together. Make sure it gets combined evenly. Now we're going to take our bowl for our mixer and we're going to add our softened butter. And then we're going to take our cup of brown sugar and our cup of white sugar. And I'm going to put that in our stand mixer. I'm going to use the paddle attachment because I found that if you use the whisk attachment, it'll all get stuck in the whisk. I don't want to do that. So I figured the paddle attachment would break it apart a little bit easier. Now that the sugars are mixed together, I'm going to add my egg. Do like one at a time. Time for egg number 2. Remember to scrape the sides occasionally, so in case anything sticks to the side, it gets mixed in properly. And now I'm going to add my teaspoon of vanilla. Now that it's all mixed together, it's time to add all of the dry ingredients. Go ahead and throw it in there. Do about half the bowl. Start mixing that, and then after it's mixed in a little bit, I'm going to do the other half. I'm going to add the rest of the mixture. And now it's time to add our chocolate chips. That is our dough. Look at that. It's gonna be some really good looking cookies, I can tell already. Now that our chocolate chip cookie dough is ready, we're gonna move on to the peanut butter dough. Pretty much the same process. Mix the dry ingredients, and then we're gonna mix the sugars in with the peanut butter and the eggs, and then we're gonna combine all that together. I'm gonna start by putting our 2½ cups of flour, followed by our baking soda, baking powder, and our salt. And then we're just gonna whisk that in, make sure all the ingredients get mixed evenly. There we go. So we'll set this aside. Now we're gonna take our mixing bowl and we're gonna add our white sugar and our brown sugar. We're gonna add the softened butter. And then we're gonna add the peanut butter. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in the stand mixer just like we did before. And now that the dough is ready, I'm going to put it in the fridge for about an hour to settle, and then it's time to bake. So what I'm going to do now is I have a 3 tablespoon scoop here. I'm going to scoop it out and I'm going to place them on my parchment paper, and from here I'm going to bake it for 14 minutes at 350 degrees. I don't know how you guys like your cookies, but I like mine big. And what I found works really well, especially with these chocolate chip cookies, is to turn the scoop around. So you got this part and place like a little divot on top. Now what that's gonna do is it's gonna allow the center to cook evenly with the rest of the dough. When you have it in a big scoop like that, the center, since it's at the top, the center of the cookie's going to take longer to cook. So by smashing it down, when the rest of the cookie is cooking and settling, the center will settle with it too, and it'll come out nice and even so you don't get that crunchy outside surface. I'm gonna place this in the oven for 14 minutes and then we'll be done. Cookies are done, dude. These chocolate chip ones look amazing. Look at that. Soft, like right around the edges. They're soft. It's like evenly cooked. And then that's what was important about smashing that divot in the chocolate chip cookie. The peanut butter is good. It's soft. The edges are right at the point. If I would have left the peanut butter cookie in there longer, the edges would have started to overcook, but it's perfect. It's still warm. Now it's time for the moment of truth. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this chocolate chip. First of all, I'm gonna do one of these. Look at that. So good. It's so soft, and the chips are so gooey. It just kind of like is delicious. One of the best accomplishments of my year. This cookie right here. I think I need to quit my job and become a baker. Now for this peanut butter. Peanut butter. This peanut butter was soft and fluffy and delicious. I can't get enough of that. I was so proud of how the edges came out. Here we go again. See how soft and fluffy that is? It's just like crumbly. My biggest peeve when it comes to peanut butter cookies, homemade peanut butter cookies, is that 90% of the time they're overcooked. Like you get this crunchy, hard, bite into cookie that just isn't appetizing. My goal with this was to make the perfect peanut butter cookie. I wanted it to be so soft. I am so proud of myself for doing this. Peanut butter cookie is absolutely delicious. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked what you saw and you'd like to see more, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you really enjoyed it, there's that like button as well. I am streaming on Twitch now, like once a week, usually Saturday. We're doing a live cooking stream at Casino Brown. Go ahead and check that out if you'd like to see us do something live. And in the meantime, I'm going to chow down on my chocolate chip cookie. I will catch you next time.